My name is David Francis. I'm the Deputy Director here at the Southern Centre for Inequality Studies and the course coordinator for the Masters in Commerce in the field of Inequality Studies. And we're really excited to announce that applications for the 2024 intake of the MCOM Inequality Studies are now open. The course is offered full-time for a year or part-time over 2 years. Inequality is one of the most pressing socio-economic challenges around the world, but this is particularly true in the Global South, and there's nowhere where inequality poses more of an existential threat to society than in South Africa, making it a really important place to study and understand how inequality is produced and reproduced and how we can address it. The MCOM would prepare students very well for careers in academia and also careers in civil society activism and the civil service, among many others.
I think it's important to study inequality in the Global South, particularly because inequality in the Global South has been increasing and on the rise. And we need to understand it from our own perspective. We need to create our own homegrown narratives of what inequality looks like in the Global South, what kind of solutions can be created from the Global South.
Inequality studies is very important because inequality is at the center and heart of economic policy debates. And also understanding and learning inequality is very important because it helps us understand the current world order.
Inequality is important to be studied, particularly for the Global South. So inequality is a crisis that affects everyone. But how it's affecting the Global South or the underdeveloped or the former colonized nations, it's important to take into consideration how those issues impact or contribute to inequality.
It's important for me to study inequality in the Global South specifically, simply based off the historical trajectory of inequality and thinking about those histories and how they inform the present and how we can undo those historical relations of inequality.
Uniquely, the Masters in Commerce in Inequality Studies is an interdisciplinary Masters offered jointly between the Southern Centre for Inequality Studies and the School of Economics and Finance. And it's open to students with a background both in economics but also in the social sciences and law.
The most exciting thing about the Master of Commerce in Inequality Studies for me was the interdisciplinary lens that the theory was taught using, and also how the classroom is made up of people from diverse academic backgrounds.
So what I find the most exciting about this course is that it's the first of its kind, which as South Africa is the most unequal country in the world, I think it's really important for us to grapple with inequality at a scholarly level. And also we have quite a diverse group of lecturers.
I was really interested in this program from the outset, being new and all, but I've really come to especially appreciate the interdisciplinarity of the program. So I'm from a sociology background, and being exposed to people who are coming from economics, from the legal side, journalism, international relations, having all those intellectual debates, talking to one another about the issue of inequality has been very fruitful.
The program being provided by the Southern Centre for Inequality Studies, I think it's not a mistake. It's one of the first centres that focuses on inequality, understanding inequality from an interdisciplinary lens. So the program itself, has been, that interdisciplinary. One has access to, academics that come from an intellectual that come from different disciplines.
The full details of what you need to apply can be found on the SCIS website and on the website for the School of Economics and Finance.